Hello, we're live. Yes, except the link in my bio is now wrong because YouTube played me and I had to do a new link. Do you have the Cosplay Initiative YouTube? I mean Instagram on your thing? Can you post the new link in the bio?
How do I do that?
Copy the link from YouTube. I think this might have gotten messed up. I hope that's right.
Well, how about you take my phone and you do
Hello,
that?
hello, 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 hello. 2 yoga mats. What's happening? Let's go to YouTube Studio. Hey guys, sorry, I had to switch the link again. You guys know how YouTube loves to play games with me. So I'm just trying to switch it on Instagram.
Could you walk forward?
Beep beep.
Fuck.
I'm not really gonna be over here too much. Like as long as you like.
That's fine. But, like, if you
Yeah, I'm not gonna be
Titanic
over
it
there.
at all,
Also, like, what is it like if I use this wall? Am I in here at all?
your head is cut off, but otherwise you're in it.
Is my body in it?
Yeah, your whole body's in it. Just like the
I'll
very
just
top
move
of your
the-
head.
I'll move the camera when we get to that point.
Why we need the wall?
A little bit.
What are you making me do?
Hey guys, what's up? I'm just trying to delete the old ones so
Oh,
people
fuck.
don't get confused.
Are we allowed to swear?
Yeah, you can also you can let the cat in.
Which cat is it?
That's Jelly for sure. That's Jelly for sure.
Go ahead, entertain them, Shelly.
That's Jelly for sure. What's up, Jelly Belly Bean?
Show off.
Hi guys, sorry we're having a little bit of technical difficulties, so we're getting started a little slowly. You can come here.
Oh.
I have a special guest today, for all you heroes. Pro Hero and my dear friend Uravity is here. She's gonna be doing some yoga with us. I'm gonna put my hair in the usual clip that I do. And while I'm doing so, you guys get comfortable, get your water. We'll be starting up in a couple minutes. Let me just get my hair on my face. Gravity is playing with my cats.
This is what they came to see.
You're not wrong.
This is what they came to see.
This is what they came to see.
Come here.
No, don't play with that. That's gonna make a loud noise. So while we get ready and people get on the right stream and we play with the cat, what experience with yoga do you have?
0.
0.
That's not true. Like maybe like once or twice.
Okay. Once or twice. So if any of you guys are, if this is your first stretching with Shoto,
This is my first stretching with Shoto.
you never watched the stream?
No, I watch it.
Oh.
I just wasn't doing it.
Just wasn't participating? Come here.
I'm a good friend. I support my friend's YouTube channel and I watch Shoto do yoga.
I said there was gonna be a guest today, and now there's 2 guests. Oh, I think she's cut off. Oh no. Do you guys see the fat cat? I can't
Whoa.
tell.
How dare you? She is perfectly sized.
Chunky lady.
Can they hear us? Am I loud enough? Am I loud enough?
Yes, you're loud enough. We're gonna get started in 2 minutes. Guys, I'm just giving everybody a chance to get here because there was a little bit of a problem with the original stream.
Could you roll the water over here?
Go get her.
What is this? What is this?
Make sure you guys have water. Hello, hello, hello. I'm just giving it 2 more minutes for people to jump on. As as always, the chat is active.
Are you gonna let her just run around and be involved?
Unless she causes a problem, she can stay. So kitty cat yoga.
You shouldn't show them your butt though. Could you turn around?
She's trying to assert dominance by only showing her butt. So today we're going to work on back bends and intention setting. We're going to get started in just a minute. I always start 5 minutes late to give people a chance to get here, and today we had some issues setting up the stream, so hopefully everything is in order now and people can find it and get here. But we're just going to give it like a minute or two for people to get a chance to get here. If you are here, make sure you have some water. If this is your first stretching with Shoto, please let me know in the chat. The chat stays active throughout the entire session, so you guys can ask questions, tell me to slow down, complain about how much your back hurts, or whatever else in there. Yeah. Usual intro stuff. My face is super itchy for no reason today. My allergies are like...
Yeah.
driving me crazy.
Well, it's a nice day out. So everybody was mowing their lawns.
Hello, hello, hello! Alright, more people are coming, which is a good thing, because we want people. Also, please make sure... Hello, Ezra, and welcome to your first Stretching with Shoto. Please make sure that if you guys are feeling like it, if you enjoy it, feel free to share this stream with your friends. Please post on social media. Hashtag Stretching with Shoto. This is all the cosplay information for anyone that's interested. It's a little small, but I'll bring it closer later. But hashtag Stretching with Shoto, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, wherever you want to do it. I'll see it, and it makes me super happy. And yeah, feel free to share this with your friends. It's a great way to stay active during quarantine. And with that said, get one last sip of water, because we're doing it. Are you ready, Rabbity?
I'm ready.
I think my dad was just eavesdropping on this, which is just awesome. Alright, so let's get started. We're gonna get started standing up because this is yoga time, not sitting time. I'm just trying to make sure I don't walk off frame, so I apologize if I keep looking over my shoulders. So we're going to go ahead and start just the way we always do, in a nice mountain pose. Also,
which way? Should I go this way?
Go whichever way you feel comfortable, baby. So you're going to start in your mountain pose, and you're putting all of your weight right behind your toes and right on your heel, having the middle of your foot suction cupped to the ground. That's what it should feel like. Also, I'm wearing yoga socks for the first time ever while doing this, so if you hear weird, like, duck noises, it's my feet. My socks have grips. I'll let you know at the end of this if I recommend yoga socks or not. So, we are going to go ahead and get into our mountain pose. So we're standing nice and tall. Our legs are comfortable width apart, nothing too crazy. Hips are facing forward, everything's facing forward. You guys should be doing this at the front of your yoga mat, or if you're not using a yoga mat, wherever you want. So you should turn around actually and face that way. And what we're gonna go ahead and do is do our first breath. So how we do that is we bring our hands from our chest.
Wait, so like here?
No, over there. You're gonna work, in yoga we work backwards. So we're gonna bend our knees and breathe in. Our hands go up as we do so. And breathe in. Ow, the fan's on. Oh, that hurt.
I hit the windowsill.
Oh, God. I just hit my finger on a fan. Guys, this Stretching with Shoto. Ezra, you picked one, man. Usually I'm on my shit a little bit more than this. Alright, let's try that again. Bend of the knees, breathing in, big breath in. Our arms come straight up and down to our hearts. And you can breathe out. The chin is lifted slightly. I'll give you a side view. Our chin is lifted slightly, our neck is fully straight, everything in our body is elongated and reaching up. And we're going to do one more breath. This time when we do our breath, we're going to go into a forward fold, which is similar to touching your toes. If you're not as flexible, I'm going to get to it, but feel free to keep a bend in your knees. So let's go ahead and do that flow. Breathe in. Arms come all the way up. We breathe out as we bend forward. Again, if you need it, a little bend in your knees. And now, the most important thing is that when you're in forward fold, you're letting go completely, like a rag doll. So to completely dead weight the top half of your body. You should feel almost an instant crack when you do that. And you should feel like gravity is pulling your head down and your chest down. Everything's being pulled towards the floor because you're not using any muscles or any strength in your upper torso to keep the upper half of your body up. Make sure to drop that neck. A lot of times we don't do that. Drop your jaw if you need to. And just completely dead weight. And if you feel like it, you can shift side to side a little bit to really get that dead weight feeling. Now when we breathe in, we're going to come to our knees and stop. And then we're going to bend forward into plank as we breathe out. So we have breathed in, we're up to our knees, and we breathe out and step back into a plank. Lower all the way down. Our toes are flat on the ground. I'm coming onto your mat a little bit. And we are in cobra pose. Our weight is on our elbows. And we're up in cobra pose. Now we're going to take a breath and we're going to go all the way up onto our hands. Breathe in and come up. Hold yourself up. Push your neck back. Feel that bend at your spine. Today we're working on back bends, so our backs are going to be nice and stretched out. And now come down into Sphinx, which is an elevated pose on our knees. On our elbows. I'm sorry, guys. Long day. And now we're going to rock back onto our knees. Come into a tabletop position where our hands are directly under our shoulders. And for this, I'm going to turn and block the gravity, I'm sorry. But, so our hands are directly below our shoulders, and as we breathe in, we're going to push our back up. So we're going to arch our back. See how, like so? Arch your back, your butt kind of gets pushed forward. So let's try that. Breathe in, and arch your back. Breathe out, and push your back up. Breathe in, arch your back. Breathe out, back comes up. Breathe in, arch your back. Breathe out, back comes up. Beautiful. Now we're going to go ahead and get into our first down dog. If your down dog is not perfect, mine isn't either. So how we do so is we put our hands flat on the ground, we go on our toes, and push all the way up. Now you want your heels to be flat, but if you can't get them flat, that's totally fine. It's better to have a bend in your knees than to worry about your heels being flat. And now we're going to walk up to the front of our yoga mat, or jump if you can, into our hands. Walk up to your hands. Now breathe in to your knees. Breathe out, drop all the way down. Breathe in, come all the way up into mountain pose. And so that is the sun salutation that we're going to work on today. It's a little bit different from our normal sun sal because we're doing cat and cow. So let's do it one more time and we'll go through it nice and slow today. So let's breathe in, mountain pose to forward fold. Breathe in. And breathe out, forward fold, completely collapsed body. Breathe in, touch your knees. Breathe out into plank. And drop down. Breathe in, go all the way up. On your hands, back is arched, neck comes up. Breathe out, come down. Breathe in to Sphinx pose. That's when we're on our elbows, pushing up, up, up with our chest. Now breathe out and rock back into cat pose. Hands below your shoulders. We're going to breathe in, arch our backs. And breathe out, back goes up. Breathe in, arch our back. Breathe out, shoulders come up, back goes down. Breathe in, arch your back. Breathe out, back comes down, shoulders up. Breathe in. And now breathe out into down dog. Breathe in, walk forward. And breathe out, forward fold. Breathe into your knees. And breathe out, forward fold. And then breathe all the way in. And then out into mountain pose. So that is our sun towels for the day. Drink some water if you need it. You should be feeling nice and warm and ready to do it. So today we're focusing on two things. We're focusing on back bends and we're focusing on intention setting. So the first thing we're going to do, which is totally different from what we normally do, is go into child's pose. Now you do this pose, and this is what is usually referred to as like a relaxed state. You kind of sit on your heels.
Oh, I was doing that before.
Yeah, you sit on your heels a little bit, and now you're going to bring your body forward. Now, the way I do child's pose and the way other people do child's pose are a little different. First things first, you want to make sure that there's space between your legs for your body to go. You don't necessarily want to be right on top of your body. Secondly, a lot of people do child pose with their hands back here. I like to stretch out my back more, so I go like this. My forehead is resting on the floor. My chest is close to the floor. And this shouldn't hurt. This should feel pretty neutral. At any point today's practice gets out of hand, this is where you should find yourself. Now really focus on arching that back. You kind of want your booty sticking up a little bit. I like to make jokes that we do a lot of twerk practicing in this class. This is one of those moves. And now while you guys are down there, we're going to think about intention setting. So intentions are basically just little promises that we make for ourselves throughout the day. You can do them whenever, but we always do them in a yoga session or a stretching session. I'm sitting up so you guys can hear me, but you should still be laying down. So basically there's three or really two main things you want to keep in mind. And the first is practical, and the second is like, I just forgot. I had this whole like 2 P's thing planned out and I just totally forgot what I was going to say. Okay, I'll come back down if you need me to come back down.
No, do your thing.
So, you want your intentions to be practical and you want them to be something that's going to improve your life. So, usually people get a little intense with these and you really shouldn't, especially for a yoga stretching session. It should be something small. So you don't necessarily want to say, oh, I'm going to do a perfect back bend today and have that be your intention. Rather, your intention is, today I'm doing something for myself and I'm exercising and I'm working towards a back bend. Or today I want to be able to do a bridge because I know we're doing bridge poses today. So something a little bit more manageable. For me, somebody that's been practicing for a while, I might set the back bend as my goal, but that's because I'm closer to the back bend. If this is your first time, doing a back bend should not be your goal for today. And your goal could be as simple as just, I want to have fun, I want to laugh at the stream, I want to stretch, I want to feel good at the end of this, and those can be your intentions. Now, intentions can be set throughout the day. They don't just have to be for a short period of time like stretching. And a lot of times they're reflective. So you could think of what will make me happy today that I can accomplish, or what do I want to do to improve myself today? And this could be that. Your intention could be, I want to get into yoga, and this could be a step towards that intention for the day. So, you guys, we're back. We're in child's pose. If you came out, that's fine, but we're in child's pose. Rockin's going to go to sleep over there. And now close your eyes and just for 15 seconds think of what your intention is going to be for this practice. Possibly what your intention will be for the day, but definitely for this practice think of something. Again, it could be small, it could be I just want to have a laugh, I just want to stretch, I just want to be active. And I know it sounds silly, but you should really do this because it does actually have a scientific impact on your life. And it shows that you are happier and get a boost of like serotonin and when this intention is met. So it's really important to do these self-reflections and set intentions even though it seems like a little silly. So get your intention for the day. And now you can come up. So we're going to be working primarily with the back today because we're doing back bends. So first up, let's go back into our downward dog. We then come up. And we're going to go ahead and bring our left leg forward and come up into warrior one. So what this looks like is your left foot is forward and pointing in one direction. Your back foot is pointing in the other direction like this. You're bending forward and putting your weight mostly on your left leg. Your hips are facing forward, facing your leg that's out. Now we're going to go ahead and turn to face the side. You're not turning your feet. I'm going to move my whole body for you guys, but you're not turning your feet. So like your that. One foot, yep, just like that, just like Uraka said. So your one foot is still pointing in one direction. Your other foot is pointing out to the side. Give yourself a little bit of space if you need it. Your feet should be in a line. You shouldn't have one foot here and one foot here. They should be as parallel as you can get them. If you have a yoga mat, a good way to see how straight your legs are the lines in the yoga mat. So, what we're going to go ahead and do is transfer our weight to... I'm backwards. Yeah, I am backwards. I'm sorry, guys. I moved and I confused myself. So this is what you should be doing. Your left leg is pointing this way, your other leg is pointing this way. We're going to shift all of our weight onto our other leg. This leg, which is pointing this way, this is the right leg. Our arms go up. We're going to pull to the right. You should only be moving your spine.
Is the knee still bent on the
Yes, your knee is still bent. And now pull all the way to the left, straighten your knee, and triangle down. Your hand should touch the floor if you can.
Everything
If
popped.
you can't, you can touch your knees. What'd you say?
Everything popped.
You can touch the floor if you're really flexible. Don't fall. If you need it, bend your knee a little bit, but try and keep that knee straight if you can.
I'm going to do it again.
Your shoulders are stacked and pulled to the back. Alright, now come up nice and straight. We're going to switch things up a little bit and do the exact same triangle pose using the other foot. So take your left foot, which is currently pointing out, and point it in the same direction as your right foot.
I'm going to move them.
So like this. Then take your right foot and turn it to the side, just like your other foot was. You can have a little bend in it. Make sure there's a good distance. Your knees should be about shoulder width apart. And we're going to do the exact same thing. So our knee becomes straight. We pull our arms to the left this time. Then we pull all the way right and triangle down. My butt is like right on this desk. Which is
thing keeps cracking every time we do that move.
good. You should be cracking. That means you're sore. Means your bones need to move. Alright, come straight up. Now we're going to do my favorite move. What we're going to do is have our legs face the same way again. Now you want to spread your legs a little bit. Please do not try and go into a full split. The further you split your legs, the better the exercise is. But you're not going to want to fall. We're going to cross our hands like so behind our back. and we're going to bend straight forward. Now the most important thing to keep in mind here is that we are bending at the hip. Our entire top half remains straight. So you want to imagine it bending like this, okay? You're not folding in and caving in, you're elongating that spine and bending directly in half. So here we go, breathe in and breathe out, fold forward. That was my ankle. Now keep going. You want to imagine like your arms are coming over your head like they're going to touch the ground. They won't, but that's what you want to imagine. Now drop your hands. You can put them in the middle. Again, the further the spread of your legs, the better this exercise is. I'm spreading mine a little bit more because I'm a slut for the splits, as you guys know. Now we're going to walk our hands. Did you not know that about me?
I'm learning things about Shoto today.
So walk your hands over and grab your left ankle. Your right hand can go right below your knee for a good twist if you want. You should feel a nice pull in your leg. Let go. Walk your hands all the way over to the right and do the exact same thing. Let go, and now for my absolute favorite thing in the world, walk your hands back through your legs. I like to get them in a comfortable position and then just like pull my top body into my legs. Alright, you can come up, walk your legs back. And now we're going to get into, my yoga socks are falling off, so
Strike one against the yoga socks.
thanks for that, Amazon. Now we're going to start getting into our back training. First and foremost, if you have a wall, oh yeah, shake it out. Shake it out, get a drink if
I'm
you
not
need to.
that great at the splits, so my legs hurt.
If you need to, you can get a drink, and we're going to get prepared. So Uraraka, you're going to use that wall if you can, and I'm going to use this wall. I'll let you guys get a drink first. Okay. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is get yourself a sturdy wall again, not a wall that you're going to go through. And this is actually not like a yoga stretch. This is actually something I learned from contortion training. So be excited. Also, you're going to see a lot of Uraraka's butt, and it's going to be freaking beautiful, so get ready. So the first thing that you want to do is you should be about arm's width away from the wall. Your feet are going to be shoulder width apart. Again, strong standing pose, so our weight is behind our toes and on our heel, and the middle of our feet is sucked down onto the floor. And you're going to bend forward completely straight. Now take your arms and put your forearm on the wall like so.
Wait, bend forward completely straight, like in half? Like all the
No,
way
look
down
at me.
there? Yeah, you're not straight.
No, I'm not straight.
You said straight.
You're too far away. You should just be arms width away, not like throwing yourself back. Get a little bit closer. There you go. Now forearms go on the wall. And what you're going to do is take your head and try and push your head down to your elbows by pushing your back out. So if you see, my back is really arched. And now we're going to push into our elbows and push our head backwards. Like we're trying to put our head on our butt. And keep pushing away from the wall.
I see.
Now, if this is a little confusing for you, that's okay. An easier way to do it is our forearms are on the wall. And now our tummy is on the wall with our forearms. You might have to get a little closer for this. And now push your tummy instead of your arms to bend your head back. It's the exact same stretch,
I like this one a
just
lot
a little
better.
easier. Your hips should be really pushing against the wall. Alright, come up, and without moving your feet, bend all the way forward. Forward fold. we're gonna do that exact same thing one more time. So come up. You shouldn't be moving your feet too much. Hips go to the wall and push back. All right, go all the way down into forward fold. Whew.
I'm a lot better at that than the other one.
Spine has left the chat, as people like to say during my stretching sessions. All right, you can come back to your mat. And let's continue this. So we're going to drop down onto our knees. Knees are about shoulder width apart, and we're going to go back into camel pose. So our hands come up and around, grab onto our ankles. Our shoulders are pushing our chest up, our head comes down. And you want to imagine that your belly button has a hook in it, and it's being pulled towards the ceiling. So really push that navel up. But now what we're going to do is shift that a little bit and move that hook so that it's in your hips. And imagine your pelvis now is the one being pulled up. If you're squeezing your butt, let go. Now walk your hands back so they're on the floor as much as you can.
See, I'm just bending my knees down.
And come up. Woo! Come up and come into child's pose to give that spine a rest. All right, come up. Now we're going to go ahead and go into bridge pose. Now bridge pose in yoga is not a standard bridge like when you do gymnastics. That's called the wheel pose. I don't know why they're different. I hate it too. But we're doing wheel pose. I feel like my hair is crazy right now. Is it?
No, mine's like...
You should put your hair up. Alright, so what we're going to do is lay down. Make sure
you're in your way.
You should go this way.
My head.
Your head should go that way, yeah. I want your feet. Now, your shoulders are flat on the mat. You have good, strong support under your feet, just like when we're standing. And you're going to push your hips up so that all of your weight comes onto your shoulders.
Oh, I can do this one. I could do this one.
You can have your arms flat. You can have your arms on your tummy. For some reason, I like to hold my tummy. I don't know why. All right, come down. We're going to do the exact same thing, but this time I want you to really push. Push with your feet and get on your shoulders. Get close to your neck, on your shoulders. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Dig deep. Push all the way up. I heard that pop.
That's my shoulder.
All right, come down. And let's do that one more time. Dig really, really deep. 3, 2, 1. Go up. Breathe in. And drop. Now, same rules apply. You guys stay laying down. Same rules apply to this one as they did in our last session. If you can't do the wheel pose or full bridge or tabletop, whatever you want to call it, you don't have to do the exact same bridge that we just did for the same amount of time. If you can, or if you want to try the wheel pose, let's do it.
I don't know if I can.
So, how we do it is we lay down exact same way. Make sure you have a strong base at your feet. Bring your hands underneath you, under your shoulders. I like to kind of crab walk into it. I don't know why. So I kind of push my hips up and walk towards my feet. And we're going to go up. 3, 2, 1. Go up. My whole wig just came off. God. They'll edit this out in post, right? Intermission. Go into child's pose or just lay down. Wheel pose is canceled today.
Did you put any bobby pins in?
Yeah, I have a lot of bobby pins in. I have my usual bobby pin routine. This was a back bend, intention setting, and rig styling, right? That's what today was. Alright, hang on, guys.
Are you gonna try and do it again, or are we just moving on?
No, I'm not gonna do it again.
But I'm going to try, but I don't think I can do it.
Alright, if you guys want to try, go ahead and do it again. Get into that wheel pose.
But I got it.
Or the bridge pose. Wigs are fucking flying. For the people that this is your first time, my wig has never fallen off. I did a bridge for like 30 fucking seconds last time. My wig didn't move.
I mean, it is hanging upside down, though.
I know, but I'm better than this. Alright. Well, if your intention was to laugh and have fun in this stream, you're welcome, intention met. Alright, come up, get some water. Let's reset. Let's reset.
What are they doing in there?
Alright. So with that done, let's go ahead and try and do our back bend. Now, just gonna let you know, I probably will not do it. Probably will not succeed. Never in my life have I done it before. Mostly because of my fear of falling. So please be careful. Please be safe. They say that the trick to back bends is just letting go and just doing it. But be safe. Make sure there's nothing behind you like a table. And let's go ahead. You're safe.
Am I safe?
And get started. Our feet nice and secure. Our hands.
Safe? I feel like you should go the other way.
Our hands come up. Oh, like this way?
Yeah, like.
Alright, our hands come up.
Oh, if we both could do it though, this would look really cool.
Alright. Now, key to back bend. Like a lot of times you're gonna want to close your spine off and squeeze your tushy. You want to do the exact opposite of that. No tushy should be squeezed. You should have a nice loose tushy. Shout out to the 3 people that just fucking jumped on this stream just to see me do that. You should have a loose tushy. And the other thing is that you want to have your spine stretching out. So if you feel like when you're going back, my spine is literally just collapsing in on itself. That's how you get hurt, and it's never going to work like that. You want to imagine your spine going back, vertebrae by vertebrae, elongating, not collapsing. Now another thing is a lot of times people want to keep their hands up their whole time. You can do it if you want to. It usually throws off my balance, so I like to do back bend practice without doing that. So your feet should be shoulder width apart. There should be a nice spread. Now when you go back, don't push your knees out like this. Bring your knees in. So you should be pushing your knees inward like so and fold back. If you feel like you're going to fall, stop. If you want to just do it this much, that's still a back stretch. Let's try it. Pray for me. Knees in. Tushy flapping in the wind. Let's go. Nope. Alright, come on up. My back hurts, so I don't think it's a good idea. I'm sure all of your backs hurt. They always hurt.
It interrupted the stream.
Hello, we're back. Sorry. Someone called me.
It did like a loading symbol, but
ourselves down and stretch out a little bit. Go into our cool down, give our backs a break. We're gonna go into our clam pose. Make sure you're on those sit bones. When you rock like this, it should feel something hard on your butt. That's where you want to sit. If you're flexible, your legs should be touching the ground. As you guys know, if this is not your first rodeo with me, my right leg just says no every single time. You can lean back. You can grab your toes and lean forward wherever you're comfortable in this pose. I'm not going to pressure you today because this is our cool down. We're just relaxing. I also like to move my butt cheeks like one at a time when I do that. I don't know why. I'm weird. Gravity, we've known each other a long time.
Yeah.
Did you know that I like to move my butt cheeks?
I've learned very quickly today. I didn't notice before now. I'm gonna be looking.
Put your legs straight out in front of you, heels up, flex your feet. If you've done ballet or gymnastics, flexing, you know what I'm talking about. And now fold forward, grab your toes if you can. If you can't, that's fine. You should feel a nice crack in your spine, or at least a good pull. I like these stretches because they're multi-purpose. They stretch the ever-living hell out of your shins and your back. I want a stretch that's going to give me more. God damn it. Alright, come up. We're going to go into our little meditation sitting pose. I'm going to have my left leg up first. Tuck that into the crux of your leg. If you're not good at this pose, which is totally fine, it's all about hip flexibility and leg flexibility. Something that I like to do to work on this pose and clam pose is I actually play video games. I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing, and I'll sit on the floor like this and then switch legs every like 10 minutes. And it's just a good way to practice and get this into your routine.
Yeah, I just sit like this because I'm...
Because you're gay. Alright, spine straight. And now this is, ladies and gentlemen, the back crack of the century. So if your back's going to crack with me today, it's going to crack now. I'm going to move because I'm going to hit a wall. Go ahead and take your left leg. Bring your left knee over your right knee. Take your right elbow, put that on your knee, and turn your back. Your hand should be straight up in the air. And let go. My back didn't crack, but I burped. Alright, switch legs. Same meditative pose this time. Right leg's on top.
Jumping ahead.
Huh?
I went straight to the other thing.
Relax, Uraraka. It's all about even body stretching. Bring that knee over. Hand comes down. Turn it out. God, I'm so close.
I'm going the wrong way.
But I won't crack. Let go. Now let's go ahead and go into our full straddle. Again, sitting on our sit bones.
I'm not flexible.
My
legs are not flexible.
My goal and challenge for everybody that does stretching with Shoto is that you should at least be able to do this with your elbows on the ground, holding your face. Come on, Uraraka, put your hips into it.
My arms and my waist are flexible. My legs
Bend at your hips.
have nothing.
Alright, if you are struggling with that, keep working on getting this pose down. If you're not, come on and walk all the way down with me. Let's stretch it out. Get that poussoir popping. And come up. Should we do pigeon pose?
I have a leg cramp. But what's pigeon pose?
Let's do pigeon pose. You guys know what pigeon pose is. Go up to down dog. Let's start with our right. We'll bring our right knee all the way up. Again, the goal with this is not to have your leg be diagonal like this, but frontward like this in a perfect degree angle. But if you're not flexible, you might not be able to do that. Your back leg is straight. Your toes are on the ground.
Wait, the goal is what?
See how my leg is diagonal right now?
Uh-huh.
That's not the goal.
But
the goal
like
is for your leg to be at a right angle. which I can do, but this is the cool down, so I'm not doing it. You're fine where you are. Now lay all the way down. Bring your hands forward. Lay all the way down, bitch. There you go.
You're so bossy.
Pick your back leg straight up. Flex your toes. Walk it up. You're going to grab with your left hand.
Does it have to be my left hand?
Yes.
Or your...
You're doing the other foot.
So I can...
No, you're doing the right. No, other hand.
That does not feel
Yes,
good.
yes. Grab your ankle. Grab your ankle on the other side.
What?
See how my hand is on...
This is all you're getting, Shoto.
Alright, let go. Go back. Go back into downward dog.
I don't think my body's ever made that shape before.
I don't know if I can have guests. Apparently I'm rude. Alright, bring your left knee all the way up to your chest. Straighten it out or diagonal, wherever you're comfortable. See, this one's doing the right angle. Bring that back leg straight.
Give me a second.
And lay all the way down. Like, just straight up lay down. If that doesn't fucking pull at your poussoir, I don't want to hear anything from anyone. That is the biggest stretch you're ever gonna get. Alright, come up. Back leg comes up. Leg flex. This time our right leg grabs our right ankle and pulls it in.
Our right leg grabs our right
Our right
ankle.
hand grabs our right ankle. And let go. Now, I told you this is our cool down, but I got one more for you. Let's get that back going one more time. Lay all the way down. Bring your feet up.
Oh no. I know where you're going with this.
Right hand grabs your right ankle. Ooh. Left hand grabs your left ankle. And on 3, we pull up.
On the inside or the outside?
I do it on the inside. You could do it on the outside. It doesn't really matter. All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Go up. Oh, my ribs.
I think the outside might make more sense.
My ribs. Your weight should be on your pelvis. And let go. All right. Let's close up. Lay on your back. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring your right knee down into your chest. Catch up, Uraraka.
I'm coming.
Catch up.
Oh.
Pull that knee into your chest. Roll your ankle out if you want to. Now we're going to take our right arm, stretch it out straight.
I can't fall.
And bring our knee across our body, keeping our shoulders on the ground. If your knee can't touch the ground, that's fine. Your shoulders are more important than where your knee goes.
Your shoulders are on the thing, but your hips can go all the way.
Your hips can go all the way up. Your shoulders need to stay down though. Now, if you have a lot of lower back pain or problems, I always offer this option. If you don't, stay where you are. If you do, you can pull your knee back up and see how I'm straightening my leg out a little bit. And then lower your knee lower than where your knee naturally is so that your leg's almost straight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that should crack your lower back. You might need to move closer to me for the other leg. Alright, come up. That leg goes straight. Now we bring our other leg into our chest. Your back should be perfectly flat on the floor. Roll your ankle out. Bring that. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Left arm goes straight out to the side and bring that knee across. Ooh, mama. Sorry. in my groin. Ow, my titties. Alright, again, if you have lower back pain, you can break off from there, bring your knee up, drop your knee so it's almost straight, and then bring it across. Alright, come back up. All the way down, back is flat. Our hands are up to receive energy from the universe. Our eyes are closed. We are in corpse pose. Take a deep breath in with me.
I feel like a corpse.
Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. And now let your breathing just come to you naturally. Alright, and when you're ready, we're going to come up into our meditative pose. If you're like me and you're a weirdo and you like to get ready to go while you're laying down, feel free to join me. If you don't, get there when you get there. And come on up into that sweet, sweet meditative pose. This probably has a name, but this is what I call it. Whichever you're comfortable with, you can close your eyes, palms up, back straight. Think about the intention you set earlier in this practice, what your goal was for this practice. See if you met that goal. If you didn't, is it something that you can work on throughout the day, throughout the week? And now, just say thank you out loud to yourself for taking the time to do this practice. I know it seems silly, but thanking yourself, especially out loud, is actually something that's really self-affirming. It's a really good way to treat your body and to treat your mind. We don't thank ourselves, usually ever.
Thank you.
We usually don't thank ourselves ever, so it is a weird thing to do and it's usually uncomfortable. But when you start doing that every day for giving your body gifts and positive treatment like yoga and stretching and eating healthy and exercising, when you take the time to thank yourself for that, it does actually make a difference. Thank you so much for being here. You can open your eyes and come out or stay where you are. We're going to stick around for our usual 10 minutes for questions and answers. But thank you so much for joining me, especially if this is your first time. I have some exciting news. I'm going to start doing workout videos, or I'm not going to start doing them. I think Bakugo is going to start doing them.
What?
On this
Really?
channel. Yep. On this channel. So we're basically on every other Tuesday schedule for Stretching with Shoto, and the Bakugo workouts, as of right now, we're going to be filling in the weeks that we're not meeting.
So every Tuesday.
So every Tuesday there's going to be an active live stream on this channel, whether it's Stretching with Shoto or working out. But thank you guys so much for coming. Feel free to leave some comments. The yoga socks were pretty good. I think
They came off once.
they came off once. I think if I did split stuff, I think they would be more in handy, because a lot of what we were doing is more stationary and not so much legs sliding out. I didn't really get a chance to test them, but I gotta say they worked out really, really well on my very slippery stairs. I've not fallen down the stairs yet wearing these socks. Are you guys interested? Let me know in the comments. Are you guys interested in the workout videos with Bakugo that are coming up? They're brand new. Nothing ever done like that before on this channel. Maybe ever. I don't know if there's cosplay workout videos. There's about to be.
He's a little scary sometimes, though.
He is scary. Oh, Neek's King, sorry, is excited. Should I have a guess next time? Whether it's...
Did I spice things up? Should I leave?
Was this a good addition?
Did I ruin it?
Should I have the same guest or a different guest? That's the real question.
Did I ruin it?
No, they all said they're happy you were here.
Oh, thanks, guys. I'm like super inexperienced, so I feel like me failing, I hope, was reassuring.
Some people are saying the same guest. They want you back.
Thanks, guys.
Other people are saying different.
At least they're honest.
My brother is texting me right now that he just sold his turnips in Animal Crossing for 612 bells. But he like paid to go on some stranger's island. So I don't get to sell my turnips for that.
I didn't go on yet today. I don't know what my turnip prices are.
Guys, the turnip game is legit.
I made a little garden for my turnips, though. They look pretty cute.
Yeah, I stole that idea.
I mean, I think everyone, not everyone, but a lot
I
of
made a
people
little
done it.
turnip garden.
I have a Ravady's jacket in Animal Crossing.
You should. I have Lemillion and Fat Gums and Nigeri's
That's,
sweaters.
I mean, we stand.
We stand. I tried to make Sun Eater. Didn't work out well. If you follow me on Twitter at Ray of Life, my maker codes are up if you're interested in getting any of those. By Lorelai, we are mostly going to be meeting only on Tuesdays once a week. We usually don't do two within the same day. So hopefully I'll see you next Tuesday. Next week, these are going to be at 7 p.m.
Oh.
From here on out, they're going to be at 7 p.m. So please let me know in the chat if 7 p.m. is better than 4 or if 4 is better than 7.
I can't do.
If 8 p.m. is better, let me know. I did a poll on Instagram and people said that 7 was better than 4. So let me know in the comments, please, especially if you're some of the people that come every week.
What about 7:30?
Let me know if 7:30,
Because 7 is my meeting.
if that's better for you. 7:30, you said?
7 is my meetings. My meditation meeting.
So probably 7:30 or 8.
On Tuesdays.
On Tuesdays.
If it was any other day of the week, it wouldn't matter.
Tuesdays, right here on the Cosplay Initiative
And
channel.
then you don't miss Jeopardy.
Yeah, and if it's at 7:30, you don't miss Jeopardy. If you're in the
Priorities.
East Coast. Oh, wow, that's refreshing. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching and hanging out with us. We're at just about an hour. I will see you next week at 7:30 or 8 o'clock. I will try and post the live link early like I did this week so you guys can set reminders straight on YouTube. And then that'll have whatever the time is actually going to be on there. Also on my Instagram, on the Cosplay Initiative Instagram, there is tons of advertising for this show. So I'll let you know. I also believe next week is going to be a workout session and not stretching. But again, you will find out
So it would be
when I post it. So it would probably be Bakugo, yes, unless one of the other... So the exercise series, the hosts might rotate a little bit more, than just, like, this is stretching with Shoto. You gotta have me. I'm here. But we might have some other pro heroes doing the exercise ones. But Bakugo will be starting it off, I believe, next week. So stay here, stay turned, stay beautiful. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.
I'm realizing that I have to get up
I'm really weeping down.
to turn
on
the
my
camera
elbows.
off.
Bye, guys.
Ooh, my back
I had
feels
fun.
great. Bye.